Impact Hub, right, is actually a great foundation for entrepreneurs, to be able to grow their ideas. Because I feel what Africa lacks, right, is not the lack of money, but it is the lack of incubation of ideas.
I'm excited to be here. This is an opportunity for us to network, meet other entrepreneurs, as well as learn about how to grow our business.
I feel very excited and nervous, jittery. You know, there are going to be eyes on me. It's, yeah, it's a feeling. Yeah.
Tonight I expect to network, I expect to meet people, and I expect to showcase what I've brought to the table and what I can bring to the platform, and sell myself and sell the company.
Now, if you've ever walked in town, you might have noticed someone selling books like this. Or if you've been in a Zimbabwean institution, you've seen books like these that are torn and that are old. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a problem that is as old as time. Books. Piracy and the shortage of books in Zimbabwe is a need that we need to tackle. And this is what we do as Bizu Incorporated. I introduce to you the Bizu Digital Library. Now, it's undeniable that technology usage has skyrocketed in the past few years, and we believe that books should also follow suit. And as you can see on our platform, you can just simply click a book, then you can purchase it, then you can sell it. And what we do is we are working on a Shona and Ndebele translation as well, so that we can make our product localized too. Our model accommodates everyone, and you can pay using EcoCash credit cards, Pay Now or Zip It. And because of the lack of foreign currency in our nation, you can see that you can also purchase books using RTGS. When it comes to our pricing model, it's quite simple. When it comes to monetization, you can buy a book, rent a book, or you can sell a book. In the last year, we've been targeting independent authors who have been selling books on our site, and this time we want to go bigger with schools and organizations who can rent books annually or monthly, depending on their selection. In terms of pricing, independent authors get 80% and publishing houses get 70%. Now, what we want to do as Bizu is to connect people, and we want to seek to empower people so that at the end of the day, they can be connected using reading materials. We need you to invest in Bizu so that we can reach more people. Thank you.
Wow, yeah, 99 seconds.
How do you protect writers from their content, their intellectual property being misused or stolen? And which formats do you actually distribute your content in?
We work with a company called WebDev. They are the ones that are in charge of our hosting currently. And so security is handled by them to make sure that none of their content is leaked outside that. Right. In terms of the format that we distribute these books, you can download them as PDFs, but you can only, not download them. You can access them as PDFs, but you can only access them on your account.
All right, we'll take one more question.
I just want to say, as an author, I just want to know what's the advantage of me going to the physical bookshop or coming to you. Like, I just want to understand why should I choose you other than the physical shop?
All right, thank you. When it comes to physical books, the first thing is you have to handle printing, right? You have to handle printing of your books, which is a cost in its own. Then after that, you have to handle your own marketing. We've got more of these tablets, more of these phones, more of these laptops. So from the comfort of my home, I don't have to go into town to look for your book. You can easily get your book whilst you're sitting at home. All right.
So our second speaker of the night is Maureen, and I'll let her tell you what she does.
So we are tackling the problem of tertiary education in the rural areas and development there. You find out that 80% of the children in rural areas by the age of 20 are either pregnant or are in the pursuit of marriage. 15% are usually in prostitution or in jail, and 5% are the ones with parents who can afford, but usually end up in the other two. So what we are doing is we are setting up virtual classrooms and bases where the students can study skills that are relevant for them to be in the industrial world. And then they do projects that they can practice skills on. And we take 20% of their proceeds and put it back into the system, and that's a success. So our process includes engaging students and parents, enrolling the students for online courses, edX, Allison, grouping students into projects, sharing their earnings in the projects, and develop further projects, and then encouraging them to do certifications, and we repeat again. The pilot program saw us with 4 students doing 4 specializations, and they did a project for a little over 3 months, keeping 1,500 chickens, and they made a profit of 3,000 plus. And we anticipate that if we ever make it to 5,000 students, we can make a profit of 3 million plus in a year. And we require funding for projects, partnerships, equipment, marketing, and branding. And we also require help if you don't have the finance. You can volunteer as mentors and teachers for these students. You can assist in market research in other rural areas. You can secure partnerships with universities, and you can develop an online platform for volunteers to connect with us. And thank you.
All right, pretty amazing. I don't have any questions for you, so I'll open it up to the audience.
And my worry is our internet penetration in Zimbabwe to the rural areas. Is this project going to be sustainable?
Well, at the moment, considering the pilot project, maybe we were so lucky, but in Mandarin, the network for Econet is pretty good there still. So we were using that. We were hotspotting on the laptops. It was only 4 students, and they were using 2 laptops, starting interchanging, and it was working. We contacted Tel One, and the cost was about 3,000 to set up a Wi-Fi center, and they said it works. So yeah, it's also a world of digitalization. I think you want your grandmother to be able to talk to you on WhatsApp later on in the age. So that's promoted.
Oh, okay.
Considering that in Zimbabwe we're looking at about 50 to 65% people in the rural areas, and already their view on education is something else. Do you have a plan to exponentially cover the rest of the country? Yes.
So, like he said, our first problem is on the base. You find that convincing the parents of those 4 children for their children to leave going to the farm and start coming for lessons during the day was a hassle. We believe that using those students to make testimonials and talking to the parents, especially because that's the base, putting it into the rural areas, high schools, so that the teachers implement that while they're teaching the students, so that they have looking forward to something after their high school.
Okay, our next presenter is Musi from Noble Savage.
Okay. Think about how much plastic you handle today, how much glass you handle today. Do you want a beautiful home? Zimbabwe produces about 1.7 million tons of waste and has a housing shortage of 1.3 million houses. And this is set to double by the year 2030. Imagine this waste as a solution to our housing problem. Imagine this as a financial solution to the poor and the most vulnerable members of society. The Noble Savage recycles waste plastic and glass to manufacture eco-friendly building materials, which are lighter, stronger, durable, and affordable. We make roofing tiles, ridges, paving blocks, and kitchen countertops. We're seeking to raise $70,000 US for a 10% stake, and this will be used for scaling up our equipment to manufacture and meet our demand and to increase our raw materials. Now, our growth strategy. We're seeking to go nationally from what we've been doing, and we seek to enter the Botswana market, Zambia market, Ethiopia, and Nigeria in the next 5 to 6 years. Thank you.
Why should I buy your tiles, living Zim tiles or something?
Our tiles do not burn and they do not break. And we'll give you a 50-year warranty on the tile, but you know that before the tile disintegrates, it's going to be 400 years.
Okay, our last presenter for the night, he's ready. Sean from Bizani.
I'm sure that you will appreciate, if you've made graphic design before, that professional graphic design services are expensive and usually charged at high hourly rates and not easily accessible. Otherwise, the work is shoddy and it's not so good. Now, at Bizani, we provide visual communication solutions that help our clients to call out for attention. Our solution to this problem of graphic design is simple. It is affordable, accessible, and convenient. We provide unlimited graphic design services at one flat monthly subscription fee. From as little as $95 RTGS per month, clients are getting unlimited graphic design support. Professionals. Our product, through our mobile application, our WhatsApp helpline, and our website, clients from all over the world are accessing our services. And so far, this is the market that we are targeting. There are 72,000 companies, according to the RBZ, small businesses that have bank accounts. And we are targeting to help at least 5% of these by December 2020. And this will create a potential 100 jobs.
All right, thank you. Time's up. Yeah, so any questions? He didn't get to quite finish his presentation, so maybe he can through the Q&A.
My question for you is, how do you compare to other companies like Fiverr, for example, online, that can give you a cheap graphic for $5 or a video for $5?
All right. So with us, the $95 is pay as you go. It's not a long-term agreement. There are no contracts. You pay when you need the service. But getting localized professional support is different from using a graphic designer on Fiverr. Giving an example of some of our local clients, a local restaurant who's trying to do rebranding cannot depend on Fiverr for professional designs for their rebranding process. They need to talk to a designer who they can meet, and we provide that. Yeah.
How do you guys plan on standing out, or we just have to trust you?
Okay, so the first thing, I've been a graphic designer since I was 16. This is in the year 2000. There's a culture issue that is associated with graphic designers. Firstly, is the issue of charging as a consultant per hour. Then it's the issue of your emotions as a designer. I feel like I'm going to bring out a nice design now. I feel, or you have to wait for 3 days before I can give you a profile. So we are changing that culture. I think that our pricing is lower. At $95 a month, most graphic designers are not willing to charge that much, and that's our standout factor, particularly. And then the fact that for us, it's the business model. We are waiting for the numbers to come up, and we'll be able to beat the competition, per se.
Our company, we do hire graphic design and stuff, and we have social media platforms that we use. So I just want to ask again, that $95 a month, is that, like, can I abuse that $95 a month? Is there any way I cannot abuse it?
Okay, so we deliver one request at a time, and it takes between 24 and 48 hours to deliver that request. So when you subscribe, you know that's the condition that you're subscribing to. And we can handle one request of every client per day or within the given time. Yeah.
So that was our last presenter of the night. So who are you going to vote for? There's Bizu, Bizani. Don't confuse the two, please. Noble Savage and Affordable Learning Virtual Society. It's going to be a tough one. So drum roll. Come on, we're not doing midnight. Bizu! Woo! Come on up.
So something you guys may not know is everyone who's involved in Bizu is a student, right? I'm 17 right now. And so, yes, I dropped out of high school, but then that's another story. You guys don't have to know about that. to look for some money because money is important, okay? But that aside, we're very grateful for this opportunity, you know. When people invest in the youth, tomorrow's future, we really appreciate that, and that's something we take cognizance of. We are grateful to everyone who voted, who believed that this project could actually get somewhere. We're grateful to Impact Hub, Founders Live, and everyone. Thank you guys for believing in us, and hopefully we'll do business in the future. Should I say some more motivational stuff? Thank you.
Thankfully, everyone who pitched tonight gets $5,000 in Amazon Web Services in kind. Yeah. But you, sir, get incubation at the Impact Hub. Woo!